Welcome to Blessed Hands by Lillian. This is my second video. This is the Black Friday outlet haul. Um, this one is not a whole lot as well, but I'm going to get right into it. One of the first things I wanted to show was I used to read books a lot. I could at one point would sit down and read a 200-page book in maybe a day or two. And at some point, I lost that feeling, I guess. And I kind of stopped reading books. But when I was in the store, in the bin store, um, I saw this book, and I just the name of it made me pick the book up and says, I think I'm gonna get this book, and I'll start back reading. The name of this book is Set Boundaries, Find Peace: A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself by Nedra Glover Tawwab. I guess that's how you pronounce her last name. But she's on the New York Times best. She's one of the New York Times bestseller. And on the back of it, it says, "In the struggle, speak up for what you need and experience the freedom of being truly yourself." Healthy boundaries, we all know we should have them in order to achieve work-life balance, cope with toxic people, and enjoy rewarding relationships with partners, friends, and family. But what do healthy boundaries really mean? And how can we successfully express our needs, say no, and be assertive without offending others? And I thought this book was very right on time for me. I do a sewing group on Thursday, and we kind of had a little bit of a topic. One of the young ladies was having an issue with saying no. She said that it bothers her, and several of them have said that it bothers them to say no to people. And we got on discussing that, and I started explaining to them that it should not be a bother to them to say no to anyone. And when they decide to, somebody asks you a question and you don't want to do whatever it is, or and you don't, bottom line is you don't want to do whatever that is, you don't owe them an explanation. If you don't want to do something, if someone asks you, can you do so and so for me, or would you do this, or would you do that, no, no, I don't think I can do that for you, and no, I'm not able to do that. And that's as far as you need to go. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't have to give an explanation to why you choose not to do something. The bottom line is you didn't want to do it. So because you didn't want to do it, you say no. And you don't have to say no nasty or anything like that. You just say no, I'd rather not do that. Or no, I'm not able to do that. No, I'm not able to do that for you. And we as women, we do have a tendency, we do have a hard time telling people no. But we have to understand that sometimes people cross the boundaries, because they ask you and they keep asking 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 you because you never say no. And so as far as they're concerned, you have no boundaries. You have no boundaries, so they don't need to worry about crossing a boundary with you. But you have to set that up in the beginning, that you have boundaries, and I prefer you not to cross them. And if you go attempt to cross the boundaries, then you're going to get the answer no. It's not going to be nasty. It's not going to be deliberate. It's not going to be, I'm not going to say, it's not going to be on purpose. It's the bottom line is, I don't want to do that. I choose not to do that. But I also choose not to do that, and I don't need to tell you why I don't want to do it. So we had a discussion about that. Actually, we had a discussion about it yesterday, because the day is now Friday, my time. It's around 1:35 in the morning. So we had this discussion on Thursday, but we had the discussion last Thursday, because someone kept asking someone to fill in for them at work, and they kept saying yeah, and they really didn't want to do it, but they didn't know how to say tell a person no. And I told him, I said, that's an easy fix. You go back to work next week. Someone asks you to fill in for them, or can you work in their spot, or can y'all switch spots and all of that, and you don't want to do it. It's a simple no, I'm not able to do that. Or no, I choose not to do that. However nice you want to say it, but no is the first word that comes out. And when she came back to sewing group this week, she told me that the person came back to her again and asked her about switching out with her, and she was able to tell her no. She said it hurted a little bit in the beginning, but after she did it, she said it felt good because she was not used to saying no to anybody. She was always used to saying, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. She's like, I'd have to put stuff aside that I already had plans to do so that I could do something for somebody else. And I told her, I said, oh, that's a definite no. That is definitely a no. You don't put aside what you already want to do because somebody asked you to do something and you didn't know how to say no to them. So you kept saying, yeah, even though you didn't want to do it. So we kind of have some conversations like that. So I'm going to take this book with me next week and kind of tell them or show them some different things. I'm going to be in read at least a couple of chapters, and then we're going to be able to talk about boundaries next week. But enough about that book. I just wanted to kind of put that out there and talk about the conversation we had because it all went right together. So let me get back to my haul. I found more wallpaper. This is a peach color, but it's like a pearl color. Not an iridescent, but more of a pearl. It's like a peach pearl. So I think that would definitely look good in putting it on a box. And then I found this light blue one, and that's a pretty color. And then I found this white and gold with these big pretty gold flowers on it. I said that one would be really nice and elegant on this one. And then I found this bright orange, and it looked more like it has a texture to it. So that was the 4 of those that I found. And I found this bag of it. What it reminded me of is Christmas green shred. So I can't wait to do a red and green concept and use some of this green. I don't have any red, so I got to get some red, but I definitely am going to have enough of this green. And the last couple of times I've been looking for some different ties, and I found this one, and it's a bow tie. It's a blue, pretty pattern, has a pretty pattern to it, but it's a bow tie. It's the cufflinks and the little handkerchief, and not a little handkerchief, and a handkerchief. So that would not make a nice gentleman's basket. And then I found this tie set. And this is the tie. It's a light blue with dark blue, look like diamonds. And with this one, you got the little flower. You got the tie clip. And you have the handkerchief. So I said these two, either I'll see if my husband, how he feels about the pattern, but more than likely this one can be a nice gentleman's basket. These were the only two throughout in the whole building that I was able to find. I didn't see any more ties any more tie sets besides just those two. But then, oh, well, I'll go ahead and go with these. I found I had to take them out of the black bag because the bag was all busted up. But it's like green tinsel almost. And then it has the gnome on it. And it says, Merry Christmas. And then at the bottom in his hands, it says joy. And there are 9 10. So I think that I'm going to go ahead. I was looking at them because they're my size, and I was like, well, I might keep them, but I think I'm not in the mood right now to keep anything. I've been buying a lot of stuff, and it's now time to make some concepts and get some shows going. I have a show in October. I'm trying to get one for at least one or two in November and maybe one in December. So if I can do it right, I want to have at least 4 shows before Christmas. So a lot of the inventory that I've purchased, I want to be able to put it in baskets and start getting it out of here. And I was on watching one of LBE's, I don't think it was a live, I think it was just one of her videos, where she had went to the bin store, and she said that now she goes and she buys balloons. And actually, when she was talking, did not think about it, but I was like, wait a minute, I go to the Dollar Tree and I buy at least 6 to 8, whatever the season is. When it was Mother's Day, I bought 10 balloons, and I didn't sell any of them. I used them to display my table to show you that I was doing Mother's Day baskets. I did the same thing for Father's Day, and I did the same thing for Valentine's Day. And I got to thinking about what she was saying, and I said, well, wait a minute. I have spent a lot of money buying balloons, and I already bought the electric machine that you blow the balloons up with. So I said, well, let me look for some balloons. And I looked for some balloons, and I found a bunch of hearts. This pack here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It has 12 hearts. So, and then one really big I love you. So I'll use the regular hearts as ones to go around, like to let you know that I'm having, I'm doing Valentine's baskets. And then this big one that says I love you, I think I want that one to be able to see if put it for sale, to have someone purchase it. But the good thing is I found more than one set of these. I found 3. So I have at least 12 to 15 of each of the hearts. And then I have all of these. I have 3 of these really big one. So I think that'll probably be all I need, because if I can sell it right, I can sell the big one and a couple of the small ones together. Bear with me a minute. Put it back in the bag. When I take something out of the bag now, I try not to throw it around like I did the last so many videos. And when I finished the video, I had stuff everywhere. So I was trying to keep stuff neat this time. Some of them I couldn't see what the actual design was, and in some instances I just went on and picked up a few and said, well, it's only $1, so it's a balloon, I could use it. And then these didn't have anything. The Valentine's one had something for me to scan, These didn't have anything for me to scan, so I don't really know what the, I just know these are all silver. See, I don't even know what it spells, if it's spelling something. But they all look like C's. Well, that looked like a question mark. Okay, well, this one might not have been. I'll go through each one after I get off the camera to try to see if it spells something, what it says. Let's see what the large one. Oh, it's a ring. This one is a ring, so that might have something to do with asking someone, will you marry me or something. But I think I could put that out during Valentine's. At least this part, this ring, this big ring, I could put that out and use that during Valentine's. Never know, somebody may want to propose to someone and happen to come to my table to buy something for them, and there's the ring, and decide that they want the ring as well. So I'm not going to look at the rest of the letters, but I think that was all. That was all I had as far as balloons were concerned, and that was one bag. And the next bag, I found you almost could use them for flowers, but you could also use them as a nice concept. And it was 4 of them, 4 white ones. So I was saying that'll be something nice. I don't think I'm gonna necessarily use them for flowers. I think I want to use them as a concept. So it was 4 of those. And I saw this fan. Now I already got a really big fan for the Boots on the Ground event that I'm going to in the end of October. But I think I might change my mind and take this one. But I got to see if it, first I got to make sure, wait, that I can clap it. Okay, so it clacks. And this gold is definitely saying something. It's a gold iridescent color. And it's, when I saw that one, I hurried up and grabbed that fan. Now I just got to get it to close all the way for me. Well, it kind of does close all the way. That's good enough. And I'm not sure what this one, I think this particular set of balloons was all just hearts. I don't think it had the, yeah, it just had one great big heart. Like one really large heart, and then a whole lot of smaller hearts. But it had some red, it has some pink, and some silver. So as far as Valentine balloons is concerned, I'm definitely ready for that now. So now I just have to look out for some Mother's Day balloons. So I could be able to, you know, as well as I'll be able to put some of these on some of the baskets that I make. Instead of me doing as I've always done, is went to the store and bought bought balloons already blown up, and then I come back and I would put them on my baskets. So this time around, I'm not going to have to do that. And they have this, I want to say I've bought at least 3 rolls of this so far. But this is the pink burlap. It's a light pink burlap. And it's 1.5 inches by 10 yards. And this makes 2, and I have 2 more, so now I have like 4. But I went through a lot of that pink burlap, and I was buying it from the Dollar Tree, and I was only getting 3 yards, and I was buying lots and lots of it. So this time, when I saw those, I was like, every time I go in there and I see that pink burlap, because I love the way my bows came out when I did the pink burlap before. Every time I see them now, I'm snatching up some of them until they don't have any more. Then I went and I was walking around and I saw, this is the craft ink pads, and I already have some of the ink stamps, and these are all different color ink pads, and it's a set of 12, I believe it was in the package. 6, 9, no, it's a set of 15 in here. And then I found, I wasn't sure, what did I do with the scissors? I wasn't sure what this was. I knew that it was Christmas of some sort. But I didn't, every time I tried to look it up to see what it was, it gave me different things. So I said, well, it's Christmas related and it looks like it's Christmas. I hope it's not Halloween, because I don't do Halloween. And it looks like it is what's the Christmas show? It's the Christmas one. I forgot the name of the show now, but it's the Christmas one. Nightmare on Elm Street. It's the whatever the name of the Christmas show is. So I may, if I do some Christmas concepts, I might go ahead and use some of these, because these don't go with my Grinch stuff. So these is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So these will probably go with my go in some basket concepts that's Christmas related. And actually, I might use them when I use these. I may put 1 or 2 of them in there. And I've been picking up some different pillows, pillow forms, and I saw this one and I said this one can either be Valentine's or I can use it for Mother's Day, but the colors is what just caught my eye with all of the pretty colors that was in it. And it looks like they look like most of them are 16 by 16, but I'll have to measure them and see if they're 18. This is an 18 inch, so I'm gonna have to get the 18 by 18 pillow form. But when I saw the colors of this one, they only had two sets. And I went on and got both of those because I said I can use them later. So I got 2 sets of those. And then the last thing I got, I wasn't sure what it was, and when I scanned it, it said it was a hat. But my reason for picking it up was it was pink. So I said I'll just open it up when I do the video, and we both get to see what it actually is. Because I don't know if it's gloves or a hat. Looks like it's a hat. Yep, it's a hat. Okay, it's a pink bucket hat. Oh yeah, I can wear that. I'll wear that during the winter. Because I have some light pink boots that has the fur in them. So this would work real well. Even though I have a couple of hats to match the boots. But this one I can also wear. Okay, well, that's the end of this haul. As I said before, this wasn't a big haul like I normally do. I've kind of slowed down a little bit with my hauls. Today is Friday, and today is $10 day, but I won't be going to either store today. I'm going to take a break today and possibly this weekend. If I go back again, maybe I might go back on Monday or wait till Wednesday, and I'm going to play it by ear. But as I said, I'm now going to start making some baskets, closing up some baskets, and start. I have an order for 47 inexpensive, because it's 47 inexpensive baskets for so many men, so many women. And I'm going to start because they didn't give me an actual date just yet, but they need it before December, and they may need it as far as before November. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I got some things, but I'm going to go out and get a few things more to go with what I have already, and then I'm going to just do kind of like an assembly line, like how I've done my Mother's Day, and when I was doing Valentine's Day, I just put all of the baskets out that I'm going to use. So these I'm going to do the coffee mugs, or coffee tumblers rather, not the mugs, the tumblers. I'm going to do all of those, and some will have lotion, some will have hand soap, some will have the hand and face wipes for the men. Different concepts like that. All of them will have either tea bags in them, or the hot cocoa packs in them. As far as the drink, each one I'm going to put a drink in them. But I'm going to get started on them this weekend, since I have 47 of those to do. So I'll get started on those, and then I'll start to do my regular concepts, to knock out some, because if I'm going to be doing some shows, I want a lot of grab and goes, like I've been hearing on a lot of videos. Make lots and lots and lots of grab and goes. Make lots of make some 35, 25. Some I'll have maybe a few 15, but most of them will be 15 and up. but I will make a lot of where they can grab them and go, and they'll be able to buy three and four, you know, 3 or 4 different ones. So that's what I will be working on probably this next week coming up. So I'll probably be doing 3 or 4, anywhere from 3 to 5 at a time, making video on that while I'm doing them, or when I finish them, then another 3 to 5, and then another 3 to 5, something like that. Because I think I'm probably working threes and fives, and I might try this one that LBE says when she works in groups of 10. So I might give that a try and see how many I can get done doing it the way I've seen her do her, get her 10. But look look forward to seeing some videos coming soon of me making some baskets. But I also am going to make a video with me doing some quilting. I did a couple of quilt blocks yesterday. I made 4 before I left, and I didn't post them in the video yet. I'm gonna do a because I took pictures. I wasn't able to take a video of it because there was too many people in the room. So I just kept taking pictures of each step. So I'm gonna take all of them pictures and make that into a short of me doing those four pillow forms that I did, the fronts of them, and then I'll be probably doing some more of those and showing how I did those probably next week as well, as along with the baskets. So just look forward to some new videos coming from me next week. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying this long. Thank you for the 1,000 or so subscribers. I can't not keep saying that. I have to keep saying thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. You just don't know how much. I truly appreciate it. And I'm going to do the join StreamYard, because that seems to be the easiest way to be able to do a giveaway. And I'm going to do a giveaway. I already have some items that I'm going to be giving away to my subscribers. So I'm going to go ahead and join that probably this weekend, so that I can get that up and running and figure out how to go live on it and all of that before I do it. And then once I figure out what I'm doing and where all of the tools are to do what I needed to do, and then maybe between Monday and Friday of next week, I will probably try to go live and do my giveaways. But I'll play it by ear, and I will definitely make a little short to definitely say when I'm going to do it and approximately what time I will be doing it. So thank you again. As I was saying, like the video, comment, share, and if you're not a subscriber, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're watching this video, can you subscribe to my channel? I'd greatly appreciate it. Whatever time it is that you're watching this video, it could be morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm asking you to have a blessed, prosperous day today. God loves you, and so do I. Bye.